Tonight, I am talking with someone who has spent more than 30 years in the paranormal field. Bonnie Milner from Ghost Hunt Alberta is joining me to share how science, storytelling, and long-term relationships with haunted locations have shaped her work. Good evening and welcome back to Paraghoul Paranormal Discoveries from the Dark. I'm your host, K.D. Culpa, a horror author and paranormal researcher based in Regina, Saskatchewan. Each week on the podcast, we dive into the shadows of Saskatchewan's past and even go beyond, uncovering dark history, mysteries, urban legends, and sometimes we even get to some monsters. If you're one of the listeners that comes back each week but aren't yet subscribed, please hit that follow button and share it with someone who loves the weird and wonderful. I've got more big guests and haunted deep dives coming your way, so join me now as we explore the unknown and bring life to the ghosts and monsters hiding in the dark. All right. Well, thank you for coming on. I'm super excited to chat with you.
Happy to do it.
So, I guess, do you want to start by kind of introducing yourself to the listeners and kind of what you do?
Okay, my name is Bonnie Milner and I run Ghost Hunt Alberta. And first and foremost, we're a paranormal tourism company. We take people out to experience haunted locations throughout Alberta, some in BC, and some in the States right now.
Oh,
Yeah. So we started Ghost Hunt Alberta, what, 15 years ago? So we've been at it for a little while.
yeah.
And definitely it's been an adventure, we'll say.
I believe it. Yeah. Well, I guess what kind of got you into the paranormal? Because I saw you've been doing it for even longer than 15 years.
Yeah, I've been at it for a very long time. We'll say over 30 years. And it's kind of weird, got me into it, but my grandmother could see spirits,
Okay.
and a lot of the family didn't believe her. So I wanted to prove that grandma wasn't crazy.
Yep.
So I went to the library and started learning about researching the paranormal and investigating spirits and trying to prove that grandma was doing what grandma was doing.
Okay.
And long story short, grandma was crazy.
Oh no.
But she could see spirits, but she was also crazy. So, but through the course of it, I just got hooked. It was just fascinating to me. I grew up in a home with a residual haunting. So it was something I had experienced. And of course, my grandmother forever telling us about all these spirits that she interacted with. So it was just fascinating to me and a bit of a science nerd.
Yep.
So the appeal between the crossover between the spiritual and the science that is paranormal investigation, I just fell in love with it. And by the time I was in my late 20s, I kind of had a reputation in certain circles here in Calgary as Spooky Bonnie.
Okay.
If you had something weird, I was the person to call. Um, Early 20s, I worked on a task force that dealt with all things occult as far as crimes and graffiti and vandalism and that sort of thing went.
Right.
Um, Continuing on, in and out of several paranormal investigation groups for years, and they all were great, but they all had the same problem. They were too many voices,
Oh yeah. Yep.
too many personalities.
Yep.
Um, so I knew when I started a group again, I wanted it to be a bit of a dictatorship, but
Oh yeah.
not in a bad way.
Yep.
I wanted it to have one voice, one soul, but have everybody want to be there. And um, on a weekend getaway with two of my good friends, we were going to ghost towns throughout Alberta, just
Right.
doing what we do. And I proposed to them. I said, "Well, what if we made this a business, like they're doing in the UK and starts in the US and that?" And started taking people out to these locations and charging tickets,
Yep.
to pay for our gear and our expenses, and wouldn't that get us out investigating more and get other people out to these wonderful small towns in Alberta that are just dying, right? So,
Right.
anyways, my two friends looked at me and said I was nuts, and But they got on board with me, and we started off small. And, like I said, 15 years later, we have what, 12 members now of Ghost Hunt Alberta. Um, and I am the one voice, but at the same time, it really is a group collective. It's everybody has a say, and we just all work on the same page.
Oh, that's nice.
And yeah, so we've all agreed on one scientific method and one format of investigation. So we're all doing the same thing. And I think scientifically that's a great thing to bring to something that a lot of people call a pseudoscience. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I'd love to know more about that. I guess what scientific method would you say you use for your investigations?
Well, the usual,
Yeah.
which is, you form a hypothesis and
Yep.
like, something strange is happening. For instance, you get EMF, right? This is the
Yep.
number one thing, right? Get EMF right away. You hypothesize, what is this, right? Is
Yep.
it a cell phone? Is it and that process of elimination until you're left with nothing. Therefore, it's supernatural or it's paranormal. Um, and that's the way we go at everything, but we also always bring the science into it. So, what I mean by that is orbs are a good example of that.
Yeah.
People bring us photographs and that of the orbs, and it's a phenomenon online.
Yep.
And right away, the first thing I tell them is, a 6 minute Google will teach you what digital cameras do, and that those orbs and photographs didn't exist until digital photography.
Yep, that's a good point. Yep.
So just by that alone, kind of dismisses that it's a spiritual thing. I think that once you do your, like I said, 6 minutes of Googling and you can teach yourself what happens with light and lenses and all that and the digital formatting and realize that this is, dust, mold, water vapor, etc.
Yep.
So that's kind of how we go in it. So we go into a place as opposed to a lot of what you see on TV or other groups, where we're going to assume everything's a ghost or a demon or whatever. Our goal is just to explain everything
Yep.
as best we can, no matter
Yep.
what the outcome. Um, and going into it, I wasn't sure how the public was going to take that,
Yeah.
you know. But amazingly, especially the people that are really afraid of the spirits and the paranormal, they love this because they get so involved in the process,
Yep.
they forget that they're in a haunted building and that they would have been afraid. Um, and the fact that we go at it the way we do when things do happen that we can't explain, it's exciting.
Oh, for
And
sure.
even these skeptical non-believers or even the scaredies are suddenly on, as my team calls it, drinking the Kool-Aid that is Bonnie, and getting on board with it because it's hard not to. It's addictive, you know, when you're sitting alone in the dark in a basement of someplace and you hear a voice that wasn't another person in the room, you
Yep.
know, and you can't just explain it away.
Yeah. Well,
What,
yeah, that's
you
definitely the
know?
fun part when you can explain it.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yep.
because of that, we have people that come out to these events again and again and again and again and again and want to learn. So we got into teaching. So now we do courses to help people become investigators.
Oh, okay.
And every year I take on two students to mentor
Hmm.
that with the potential of joining the team.
Oh, okay.
So we grow.
Yeah.
And I love that part of it. I really do, like, because every person that joins brings something new to the team,
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
so
Even in just in
yeah.
energies, it would be.
Exactly. And anyway, so yeah, we're still going. I had hoped in the beginning of all this to make it a legit business and make some money.
Yep.
That hasn't happened and it probably
Oh, no.
never will. But most years we zero out, so we're not losing money, but we're not making any either.
Yep.
Nobody gets paid. But it's still worth doing. We're definitely bringing the paranormal to the people, as well as, like I said before, I can't stress it enough how much it meant to me to start helping these small towns.
Yeah.
Um, I grew up every weekend getting in the car and just going with my dad, and um, I fell in love with all, Saskatchewan. and Alberta. They have these amazing little towns. They
Oh, we
all have
do.
their stories. And
Yeah.
I was watching these places just shut down.
Yeah.
And we bring in a group of people and they spend money. You
Yeah.
know,
That's
they stay
nice.
in the hotels, they eat in the restaurants, they contribute to the historical society, they go to the museums. And so we're helping what little bit we can. And 15 years later, some of these small towns are getting on board
Oh,
and
yeah.
understanding that paranormal tourism can bring people in. So
Oh, for sure. I
yeah.
know that's something we talk about a lot in Saskatchewan too, is trying
Hmm.
to even here, like we just started a Regina, just a tour. So not
Hmm.
investigating, but just taking people out to see where these
Yeah.
haunted places are. And already we're kind of going, well, how could we bring small towns into this?
Yeah,
Because like
exactly.
it'd be great to like go
Yeah,
out somewhere and say, okay, we're all gonna go here and there's food over here you can go buy. It's
exactly.
it's such
Yeah,
a yeah, well, you get a different audience by doing that, going out to these
exactly.
places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing. I think all around it's good for continuing the paranormal research. It's good for the spirits we found. Like these places with the hauntings benefit from us coming out as well in that way because we're giving voice,
Oh, yep, yep, that's
you
very
know?
true.
So they're not acting out on their guests or their
Yep.
staff. We're giving them a chance to talk and be heard. And um like our tagline on our website is talking to history, and that's entirely what we do, you know.
Yep.
And it's that part of it I also didn't expect, because we go to these locations again and again and again and again, right?
Mm,
Sometimes like East Cooley School Museum, which is just outside of Drumheller,
yep.
was the first place to say yes to us.
Okay.
So we've been investing there for 15 years and sometimes as many as 10 times a year.
Oh, wow.
So you really get a relationship, not just with the people in the building, but the spirits.
Well,
And,
yeah.
because you get to learn who's there and what makes them tick. And because it's a museum, it always has new things coming in as well.
Yep.
So it's forever changing, yet
Yep.
always the same, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's special to be able to do that.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. Yeah, you get to really, well, both you would get to know the energies and they would get to know your energy. So
Exactly.
that's
We've
pretty
even
cool.
found all these years in that some of them are getting rather sick of me.
Yeah. Oh no.
Because I'm the one that leads most of the ghost hunts.
Yep.
So they get tired of me. They said
Oh,
bossy Bonnie, everybody calls me. So which is another good reason for bringing guests out because I really encourage them to get involved. You talk to the spirits, you ask the question.
yeah.
I'll stand back here and man the equipment,
Yeah.
but you guys get involved. And we never know who's going to connect with who, right? So,
True.
yeah.
Do you find that sometimes the people bring their own kind of along?
It happens, not as much as I expected, actually.
Yeah.
But we have had a few occasions where a spirit is hitchhiked into an event with somebody. Um, and usually right away when we start getting stuff, the person will go, I think that came with me.
Oh, so
So
they know right away.
they know right away. So, and it just brings another level to it. It just gives us another thing to investigate, to prove or disprove. So,
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's really interesting. So I guess what would if someone were to come on to one of your hunts, I guess what could they expect when they come?
well, I'm always saying it's just like you see on TV, but it's not. It's like the TV show should be, right?
Right.
You really get to join in an actual paranormal investigation. Nothing's rigged, nothing's staged, nothing's planned. We go in, we set up our gear, and we investigate.
Yeah.
Um, the benefit to doing one of our events as opposed to just going and investigating somewhere is you get to use all our stuff and you get to use us, our experience, right?
Oh, yeah,
And
yep.
our access, right? We're going to take you to a place where we know there's ghosts
Yep.
and we know there's activity and we pretty much already know how to poke at it, right? And um
Yeah, especially 15 years you've been going, for sure.
exactly. So it gives you a chance to really really dive in and experience it and immerse yourself in an investigation.
Hmm.
Um and to see if it's something that you really want to do. because sometimes people come out, they want to become a paranormal investigator, but they're not sure because they've never done it. And they come out to a couple events, and next thing you know, they're signing up for the classes and they're buying the
Oh,
gear, you know.
yep.
Um, or sometimes it's just people have stuff going on in their lives that they want to look into, and this is a way of learning some skills for
Hmm.
how to do that. So people have many reasons for coming out, but yeah, you come along and it's just like you get to become an investigator for the night. I put you to work, and I really do encourage people on these events to do that as well. Like I sometimes we get groups that just sit there and let me do all the
Oh,
work.
oh no.
And I'm forever saying, come on,
Yeah.
have you got any thoughts, something we can try? You want to, special piece of equipment you want to use? What do you want to do? And they just sit there, and I'm like, oh, you're wasting this,
Oh
you know.
yeah.
So I really enjoy the groups that get involved,
Yep.
you know, and question everything. And I'm forever saying to everybody, walk in with an open mind,
Hmm.
but question everything,
Yep.
and you'll have a good time.
Yep. Well, then I agree. That's like the best way to do it because I mean I love watching the paranormal investigator shows,
Hmm.
but more because they make me laugh, I
Yeah,
think, than anything. Because it's just like some of the things they react to, I'm like that was no way that was actually
yeah.
something paranormal. There's just no
I,
way.
I can barely watch them anymore because I do sit here and yelling at the screen and
Oh, I'm
going, oh my
sure.
God, that was a cat. That was a tummy growl.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you check the building for pigeons? Because that was totally a pigeon, things like that, or, artifacting. And, it's just so many years of doing this, and knowing everything that I know.
Yep.
It's very easy to dismiss everything they do. But at the same time, I'm ever so grateful that the TV shows are out there because I can do what I do now. There's no way 20 years ago I could be doing this.
Yeah. No,
So
that's a really good point.
um, it was never the first thing when I met people like, hey, I'm a paranormal investigator.
Yeah.
That was never something we led with.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a
And,
very good point.
it's made it mainstream.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
But,
even with the paranormal podcast, like when people ask, I
mhm,
say, "Oh yeah, I have paranormal podcast." And they're like, "Oh, really?" and really want to know more. And, "Oh, I have a ghost
exactly.
story for you." And I yeah, probably wouldn't have been that way.
Yeah. I mean, even now I still get the occasional person that's not nice, but more often than not, it's fascination, right?
Yeah.
I still get the occasional, oh, you're going to hell. But
Yeah.
you know, I just get, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm grateful to the TV shows and Hollywood and all that for making paranormal mainstream. But at the same time, God, do I wish they would get it right. And
Yeah.
I have done consulting for a couple of TV shows now and that, and I'm grateful that some of them now are doing that, at least getting talking to somebody other than Zach Bagans before they write a script. And
Oh, that's so funny.
uh,
Yeah. Well, and I find like so I've like done some research into the
mhm,
actual equipment and already just from the research, I'm like, I know which ones I
mhm,
would prefer to use versus
mhm,
the ones I'm like, I wouldn't even trust it to
yeah,
believe it, even if I used it.
yeah. And I
So,
really try to I like to use things that aren't made for ghost hunting. I don't
yeah.
like to buy the stuff that's made for ghost hunting because I don't know what's in it, right? And a lot
Well,
of
and
it
the
has
apps.
entertainment. Yeah. And they have a lot of entertainment features built right into
Yeah.
them. Even EMF detectors that you buy off Amazon, a whole lot of them have entertainment features that will randomly go off.
Oh, I didn't know that now.
Yeah, so a lot of the ones that they call the K2, which isn't a
Yeah.
K2 because K2s haven't been made since 1970 something, but um,
Yeah.
a lot of those that you buy off the internet are they're rigged. So
Oh.
we do have some, and I buy them, and then I have my electrician take them apart and rebuild them
Oh.
so that there's no entertainment features in them. And the EMF detectors that I use are ones that an electrician would use.
Yep.
And same thing, like I don't, rather than buying a Boo Bear off a website, we buy toys that already have touch sensors built into
Oh,
them.
that's a good
So,
idea.
so it's made for non-ghost hunting. So you
Yeah.
know that if it goes off, there's
It has a
something
little more weight
interacting
to
with
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I use security motion sensors, those sort of things, rather than REM pods,
Yeah.
which no, don't get me started on REM pods. But anyway, there's so many things out there now that you stick a label on and say it's ghost hunting, and people see it on TV, therefore it must be legit, and it's not.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's a lot of what we end up doing is educating, I guess.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, it's got to be good that there's at least a few of you out there doing that because I don't know that there's a whole lot yet, anyway.
No, I get inundated with people who want to learn. That's why I
Yep.
can only take on two students a year. I do classes,
Yeah.
which we charge a fee for to cover our expenses. But as far as like truly mentoring, I don't have the time to do more than two people a year.
Oh, I'm
But
sure.
if I
Yeah.
was doing it, I'd be working around the clock.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh, and that's good though that they're wanting to learn.
yes, just nobody wants to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something I never talk enough about is my own horror books. They are the heart of my storytelling and a huge part of why this show even exists. If you ever want to dive deeper into the kind of tension and eerie atmosphere that I explore here, but in fiction, then my books are all on my website at kdkulpa.com. They've been such a joy to write, and I really hope that my readers love them just as much as I do. Did you find that COVID was made things more difficult for you guys or?
I was afraid it was, and it did change some things. We were really poised to go big that year. I'd
Oh,
done a lot of television spots. Our numbers were growing exponentially on YouTube and on social media and that. And I got a big spot on CBC just before
oh,
Halloween. And they were airing some of our videos and stuff. So we were really poised to go places in 2020.
oh no.
And then just, the world shut down.
Yeah.
We still did a few events in 2020 at the beginning of the year and at the end of the year. We really leaned into doing things privately so people could book the location for just them and their friends, their bubble.
Right.
And we actually did pretty good in 20 and 2021. In fact, we did better both those years than we did this past year.
Oh,
Um,
really?
so in some ways, it forced us to find new things to do,
Right.
and change some of the ways we were dealing with locations,
Yeah.
for the better, I think. But in other ways, yeah, it was it was rough. So
Oh,
and places like East Cooley, for
yep.
instance, that year because they just shut down completely, we didn't get out there for almost a full year, and
Oh.
the spirits there were really pissed at me. Like
Oh,
they
I'm
were
sure.
mad. When I came back, they full on, I thought they were punishing me. They were doing nothing. There was the first investigation we did when we came back, it was
Yeah.
silent treatment.
Oh no.
Last 5 minutes of the night,
Yeah.
we got a few things, but they were like, no, you didn't talk to us for a
Oh
year,
no.
you know. Yeah.
Although you're not the first person that I've heard that from. There's a place here in Regina that's haunted, and
Mm.
they said it was really active before COVID, and then it just kind of went down to almost nothing.
Well, and I have a theory on that too, that part of this is they really feed on our energy.
Yeah.
So if they're in a building where lots of people come through on a regular basis, they get that energy for the living, right?
Yeah.
And if nobody's coming in for a year,
Well, yeah.
yeah,
There's
exactly. They have no energy. So it
yeah,
takes a
just couldn't.
while for them to come back.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you think you have a favorite ghost or a favorite location? I know that's a hard one. I know
It's
when
a
people
hard one.
ask me that
I
too,
mean,
but
I think my favorite location is and always will be East Cooley. Partly because they're the first ones that said yes.
yep,
Partly because it's an amazing location. Like just the building itself is really cool to be in. But the fact that there's so many objects, antiques, and potential in there, it'll
yep.
be a never-ending playground for me.
Oh,
And
I'm sure.
and I have to love it for that. And every time I set foot in the building, it really does feel like a big welcoming hug. I feel like
Oh,
I'm coming home. They feel like family, both the people that run it, the community, and the spirits there. So for that reason, it will always be my favorite.
yep.
Um, but the last few years, um, and I might get emotional with this one, the Twin Cities in Longview, the Twin
Okay.
Cities Hotel.
Yep.
Um, Amazing location. And the owner, Chris, really just opened the building to us. The first time he called me in, and it was a great conversation because he's like, I don't believe in any of this stuff, but my employees tell me things are happening, and I'm really trying to do something with this place. So, hey, if ghosts will bring people in, I'm all for it. He says, how do we do this? So my daughter and I went, we did a preliminary investigation, as we usually do,
Yeah.
first contact situation. And we showed up, it was May long weekend. We show up on the Friday, and he basically handed us the building. He'd never met me
Oh.
before. He's like, I'm leaving. It's yours. Bye.
Oh,
I'm like, okay. Um, and we investigated, and it was one of the greatest situations you could possibly ask for as a paranormal investigator.
wow.
A
Yeah.
gentleman, I use the term gentleman loosely, but a guy passed away just a few years before that.
Okay.
Had a heart attack at the base of the stairs in the hotel. Documented death. He
Yep.
lived, worked, drank in the building.
Oh, okay.
Um, Anyways, I didn't know this course. I usually like to go to a place blind, right?
Yep.
We did our investigation. We sat down with the owner and some of the staff and that afterwards with our evidence and played an EVP for them.
Hmm.
And they're right away, oh my God, that's Bruce.
Oh, no
They
way.
recognized the voice
Oh, really?
of this guy that had passed away. So not very often as paranormal investigators, like, hey, we get an EVP, and they were actually able to tie it to an individual
Yeah,
that's
that's
recognized by
awesome.
more than one person.
Yeah.
And then over the years, subsequent investigations in the years that we've been investigating there, it's Bruce. Like it's this guy. So we can actually say this is a ghost of
Yep.
a person who existed, and this is when they passed,
Oh, that is so cool when
and
you
they're
can do that.
still there. And he's a character too, so
Yep.
that doesn't hurt. He's quite the guy. So it's just a unique experience to go in there time and time again and have a definite haunting. And there's other spirits that come and go and are there to keep it interesting, but
Yep.
Bruce is always there, and it's just an amazing to be able to do that. And of course, the building is amazing in itself. It's Chris has kept it as original as he possibly can.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
so it's walking into 1939, and it's so for people to come and with that location as well as an overnight that we do, you get a hotel room for the night in the building. So
Oh,
you get to
that's
immerse
cool.
yourself and we get the whole building, you
Yep.
know. So it's a complete thing, you get to spend
Yep.
a whole night investigating and immersing yourself in this haunted place. And the owner, Chris, is really a big part of that. I'll say he was an amazing individual and passed away a few weeks ago.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm
And
sorry to hear that.
he was just an amazing person. So it lends to his energy in that place was part of the reason why the place was the way it is because
Yep.
he loved it and he put his
Yep.
heart and soul into it. We'll be interested to see in the years to come if he's still there.
Yeah.
I did investigate the weekend that I was there Halloween weekend for 2 nights with people, a group of guests, and that was like a week after he passed.
Ooh, wow. Yeah.
So we didn't experience anything then from him, but I wouldn't be surprised if
Comes around
he's still
eventually.
there. Yeah.
Yep.
So, and luckily his family is taking over the hotel, so we
Oh,
will
good.
continue to have access. And it was important to him um, that I believe the way it was put to me is that he is one of his wishes was that the building's spirits continue to be taken care of by Ghost
Oh,
Hunt Alberta. So
oh, that's nice.
yeah. So I
Oh,
was like, I say that's my close second favorite, I guess,
Yeah.
because of the, relationship. Again, it's about that relationship with the spirits, with the building, with the people. It's that whole package.
Yeah.
So, you know, I could quite easily say, some of the big haunted places I've been at, like Waverly Hills, or some of the abandoned schools I've been in over the years, and basements and stuff. But no, it's the places where I've made friends.
Yeah. Well, like you said, yeah,
So,
you get the whole
uh,
package. You get the
exactly.
hauntings, the people, the
Yeah.
and
And
it's cool that
a body of evidence over time,
oh yeah. Yeah, if you keep
So,
going back, that's very cool.
yeah.
Oh, that is so neat. Hmm. Did you ever have like a really, obviously not in those two, probably not in those two
Mm,
locations, but like a really scary experience you couldn't explain? Or do you find they're mostly not, obviously not demons, but like
mm,
just people that don't want you around?
for sure.
Or
I understand.
spirits, I should say, that don't want you around?
Yeah. Well, I'd always put this in that spirits were people.
Yeah.
So, in life, there's some not nice people.
Yeah.
It's the same in death. Um, so, occasionally and I'll mention Bruce again at Twin Cities. He was a womanizing, not so nice man. He was
Okay.
rude, crude, belligerent, and
Yeah.
he's still that way. So he can be really like, I could see where somebody could come in and think that that was evil or demonic, because he's swearing and telling you to bugger off, and
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and all kinds of things, right?
Yeah.
He breathes on people, he pushes people, but really he's just being a that bar guy,
Yeah.
um so not scary.
No. Yeah.
But I could see where for other people that would be scary. For me, scary. God, honestly, all these years of doing it, I'm more afraid of riding the C train or Walmart than I am of haunted locations. But
Yeah.
having said that, the couple of times in my life where I've been in a situation paranormally that I am scared have never been the big locations you would think it is. It's in somebody's home,
Oh.
and somebody at some point has invited something in.
Oh.
And generally, when you open yourself up to a spirit and call on a spirit coming in, you're going to
Yeah.
get a spirit that is been doing this a while
Yeah.
and does not nice things, you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
And some spirits over time can learn how to zap your energy, influence you, the whole oppression thing, and all that. Um, those cases definitely are the ones where that scare me, maybe not scared for me,
Yeah.
but definitely they scare me, because usually there's a young person in the middle of it all, and not good situations. But otherwise, I can't think of anything since the very beginning have I sat in a place and been scared. Very beginning, of course, because I was like 14.
Yeah.
I remember at 14 sitting in a root cellar underneath a convent, with my little Radio Shack tape recorder in my lap, doing an EVP session, and I felt hands come up and grab me.
Oh, yeah.
And I booked it out of there,
Well,
like,
yeah. I wouldn't blame you.
might have peed my pants a little, and I got outside, and then I stopped myself and went, "That's why you're here."
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I turned around and I went back in.
Yep.
Um, and face it. But that was still, I mean, that moment was terrifying.
Yep.
Um, Absolutely. Years later, actually, this isn't that long ago, we used to do a location in Calgary. It was a bar that had closed down. And I
Mm.
had investigated this bar when it was open, it had a haunting. But after it had been abandoned for 7 years, next time I was in there, this spirit that was in there had gotten quite nasty. He was a
Oh.
nasty person in life. He was definitely a nasty person in death. And in life, he was a manager that would assault his female employees.
Oh.
And he mysteriously went missing um, shortly before the bar closed down. And the speculation in that community was that somebody had enough and took care
Dealt
of
with
him.
it. Yep.
So anyways, I go in there and start investigating, and there's one part of the building women were continually feeling choked.
Oh,
We had guests shoved up against walls,
oh my goodness.
like full on, just you know, and and so in that case, it was definitely concerning. We'll say at that point, but
Yeah,
so one Halloween night, we had booked the location to do investigations that weekend. And so I was staying, it's attached to a hotel. So I was
right.
staying in the hotel. And we didn't have anything going on that first night, which just happened to be Halloween night, for whatever reason. I think it was a Thursday. So nobody was interested in
And being
coming
there.
out. But I was bored and it was Halloween night and I had all my gear. So I thought, what the hell? I go
Yeah.
downstairs and let myself into this abandoned area and all by myself,
Oh, jeez.
set up all the equipment. And about an hour into it, this entity just rushed up on me and tried to choke me and push me.
Oh my
And
goodness.
I'm by myself.
Yeah.
And I rarely, if you've watched any of my YouTube videos, you see I don't do like other TV shows. I don't turn the camera on me. It's usually on the room. I turned the camera on me in that incident. And went, why did I do this? Like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
Um, and I stood my ground and I said, I'm not afraid of you. Even
Yeah.
though at the moment I will admit that was
Yeah.
a moment where I was a little, oh, this might not have been a good idea, Bonnie.
Yeah.
Um, but I stood up and I said, yeah, I'm not afraid of you. You don't scare me. You didn't scare me when you're alive. You don't scare me now. And do your best. And I had meters lined up on the bar, standing up on their ends, and he
Yeah.
knocked two of them over. And I'm like, oh, well, if that's all you can do, you know.
Yeah.
Um, he was particularly active in the two events we had after
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
that. But yeah, that was definitely one of the moments where I was like, sometimes, and I broke one of my cardinal rules.
Yeah.
I'm forever telling people don't go to these places alone. Um, and it usually that rule doesn't even stand because of the spirits. It's because it's not safe in most of
Well,
these
yeah.
places.
Yeah. Especially abandoned
Okay,
ones. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, that was I would say those are like the handful of times where I've actually been afraid. Um, is that I mean, do I get startled? Yes.
Yeah.
When you get a loud noise right next to you or something gets knocked over, thrown past you, it is startling in the moment, but it's not scary. For me, it's more of a yes.
Yeah.
Let's go. This is what I'm here for. Um, I don't know how many times I've recorded during these paranormal investigation events a moment where there's something happening on the other side of the building, a noise or whatever, and
Yeah.
everybody's freaking out, and I'm walking towards it because that's my job.
Yeah.
And
That's what you're trying to
I
do.
record a guest or one of my other team members going, she's great. I'm like, what is she doing? But because in that moment, I don't think anything of it. I mean,
Yep.
I just, that's what you do. You hear a noise, you go and you see what it is and got to rule it out.
Yep. Yep. No, I totally get that. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get told that a lot from my friends that once they get to know that I've been kind of
Mm,
around paranormal for so long and
mm,
something happens and then I go, "Oh yeah,
mhm.
well this just happened, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It was something small."
Yeah.
And there
Yeah.
was like, I would have left if that happened. It's like, "Oh no, that was nothing."
Oh, yeah, exactly. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like once you get experience it, it's like I said, you get wrapped up in the process as well. Like I said, it's the
Yeah.
investigator in me that does it. I still get excited,
Yeah.
obviously, you know. Otherwise, I still wouldn't be doing it,
Well, yeah.
you know. I
Yeah.
mean, just this past fall season, I had in the basement in East Cooley in the lab room what felt like a cold, wet dog nose on my
Oh no way.
leg, and a dog rubbed up against my leg, and it was one of the cooler experiences. I've had lots of cool experiences. I've had a little boy hold my hand in that basement, and now this, and it's just those moments I just live for. And
Yeah.
people are like, oh, how do you know that's what it was? And I'm like, I'm doing this long enough.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a twitch, it's not a light touch. 100% it was like a dog just ramming up against my leg and putting his cold wet nose against my ankle. That was
Yeah.
what it was. I looked down expecting to see
See a
something.
dog. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oh, that's cool
but
though.
yeah, it's exciting.
Well, this has been fascinating. And I guess we should
Mm,
probably wrap
mm.
up. I don't want to, but I guess is there anything you want the listeners to know? Like, do you have anything coming up or I'll put your link to your website in the
Yeah.
description so they can find you, but anything
Well, we don't have anything coming up right away because we're kind of done for the year.
winter. Yep.
After Halloween, everybody turns to Christmas and
Yep.
they're done. But we usually start up in the spring around March. And we're hoping to do a full spread of events again next year. Like I said, this past year wasn't great, and I get it. Everybody's
Mm-hmm.
hanging on to their money.
Yep.
But we're hoping things will be better next year. Yeah, definitely check out our website. Please have people check out the YouTube channel. It's been up for a number of years, and we're still under 800 subscribers.
Oh,
Our
okay.
reach is in the 70,000 range, but only 800 under 800
Isn't
subscribers.
that funny how
So
people just don't subscribe, hey?
I know,
It's frustrating.
and it would be another way for the team to take in revenue if we
Yeah.
could get our numbers up, right? We have over 250 videos on there
Oh, wow.
of all these investigations we've done over the last 15 years. And I'm hoping next year to start actually going back and reviewing my own videos so I can debunk some of my stuff that we've since learned
Yeah.
differently about and do some reaction videos. But
Well, that's a good
yeah,
idea.
definitely get people out YouTube. And if they're interested, save your dollars. Yeah, it just come out to an investigation because I don't know how to explain it. There's no other way
Hmm.
to immerse yourself in the paranormal other than this that's readily available, we'll say, in Canada.
Yeah.
Like, without joining a team or spending thousands of dollars on gear and just self-teaching.
Yeah.
um, we provide everything. We do all the guidance, all the access, all the gear. I do all the review and put up a video afterwards of our findings. And that's sometimes like 100 hours of post-event
Wow.
work,
Yeah.
unpaid labor.
Yeah.
So, we really do give it our all.
Hmm.
And the only way we can stay out doing this is if people buy tickets and come out
Yeah.
to the events. So,
Yeah.
um, and if anybody has a location that they'd like us to look into, they can reach out to us. I have a deal that if your contact works and we end up using it for events, you get the first event for free.
Oh, okay.
So you
Oh,
get
that's
to come out
cool.
and experience it yourself. As we're forever looking for new places to investigate
Oh,
and new
definitely.
places to take people and to grow our numbers. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
get more people to drink the Kool-Aid.
yeah. Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
But we
Awesome.
book them. We do public events. You can also book them privately, like I said, where you can book it for your own group of people, and I highly recommend that
Yeah, that would be
because you're
sure.
not sharing the night with strangers.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, just an email for that, and I can send a list of our locations and the pricing for that, and hopefully people book.
Yeah. Well, that's very cool. Well, thanks so much again for coming on.
Oh, you're welcome.
Fun chatting
Uh,
ghosts. Thank you for listening to Paraghoul Paranormal. If you enjoyed tonight's episode, then make sure you check out my local YQR Ghost Guide to learn more about the top ghosts and haunted buildings in Regina. Within the free download, you'll learn about who the most famous ghosts of Regina, Saskatchewan are, as well as some of the history behind the most haunted buildings. So head over to my website at kdkulpa.com to get your copy today. And before you go, I just want to say thank you for being here. Every listen, every share, every bit of support helps me take this podcast further. It allows me to interview bigger names in the horror and paranormal world, travel to more haunted places, and create more behind-the-scenes content just for you. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend. I'll keep doing my part to make this show something special and spooky just for you. So stay tuned for more episodes where we uncover more secrets, unravel more mysteries, and dive deeper into the shadows. This is Katie Culpa signing off. Until next time, my ghouls,